What's up guys, my name's Andre and welcome to a new video. This video is going to be sort of like a podcast, so if you want to just minimize the video and just keep doing whatever you're doing, you're more than welcome to. So today is HangoutChat episode 1. Let's have a talk. So why did my video output decrease? It has to do with the fact that I found a job. The fact of the matter is, there's a series of things that happened, and I want to sort of go over these things today in this Hangout chat. The main of which is that simply I think I have done almost everything that I could on this channel. I've recorded almost everything that I could, I've produced videos about almost everything that I could, and subsequently it's getting harder to find ideas for videos. I totally agree that gameplay on YouTube is completely dead, and I'm not trying to push this anymore. In fact, I'm really sorry about lags in this video. It's just caused by OBS being a wuss and not capturing the game properly. I totally agree that gameplay on YouTube is dead. Like, you simply cannot make a living on this website anymore by doing gameplays, and if you want to do anything profitable on this website, one, you won't be able to because there's hardly anything profitable that you can do apart from top 10 videos and pranks. So it's like I'm just out of ideas currently. I didn't get burned out. In fact, the way that I work never allowed me to go completely burned out. Yes, there have been times during the life of this channel that I felt like I was burned out, but I really wasn't. Because, you see, I never planned a set schedule. I never said, oh, there will be a video every single Thursday or every single Friday or a Monday or whatever the day of the week is. I never said that, and that allows my head to think freely. Instead of, oh my god, I have to quickly think of something, record and edit something for Thursday. Today's Wednesday. It was never like that because I never let it reach that point. So, the other fact is, things have gotten a lot harder on Bitcoin. So, what happened is, I was mining as hard as I could and barely even using my computer just to leave it time so that it could mine Bitcoin so that I could pay my bills. And I was really getting desperate because the price of the coin and the difficulty was so high that really with 3 graphics cards I was just literally making enough to pay my bills and nothing else. So I was seriously starting to get desperate in that occasion. So thankfully now I finally got a job. I work as a IT auxiliary, you could say that. Mainly an IT helper, so what I do is basically I help the main IT technician in the company. Mainly doing just support work. You would think that IT is just, configuring the server all day and then fixing computers that break. Yes, the latter. Like, the main thing I do all day is the latter. I serve as a help desk on an insurance company, and the people that go to places to see how's the state of things and if they are going to approve a policy or not. I don't remember the name of the employees, like the actual occupation name of the employees that do that. But they use laptops to go to the place and generate the report, save pictures and upload them to the system. And mainly what happens is the platform, the system that was developed by the IT technician just sort of breaks, and then he's teaching me the ropes, and I have to get around on it and fix the employees' laptops. And that's basically my day job. I have to do at least some 5 calls a day of employees' laptops that just stopped working, or the software just doesn't work anymore. And that's mainly what I do. Just open computers on TeamViewer, reinstall the company's system, and there we go. It's simple as that. It's not hard. It's mainly boring because I have to just sit there and wait for things to break mainly. So you could say that my job is just literally just sitting in front of a computer waiting for things to go wrong. That's my job. And I receive a little bit over the minimum wage. My salary is 1,250 BRL, which I would say it's a little bit over $330, or about $330. For many people, that wouldn't be anything, mainly, but it's a pretty nice salary. And for such an easy job as just literally just opening a computer on TeamViewer and reinstalling a bunch of programs, that's great, actually. That's a great salary for what I do. Now, because my job is about, I couldn't say precisely, but I would say 3-4 miles away from my house. That's like 6 kilometers. And I have labyrinthitis, so that basically that means that I have lost slightly the sense of equilibrium. So riding a car or a bus is an absolute torture. And what I did is that I sold one of the cards that I purchased. I initially, because I was mining, I wanted to leave both of my GTX 970s solely for mining. So what I did is that I purchased a GTX 1050. I can't remember if I actually said that in a video, but that was basically my main card. And after a certain point, Bitcoin was so bad that I took the 1050 out of my main computer, borrowed a GTS 250 from my ex-math teacher, and I let all these 3 cards mine. I had 2 GTX 970s and a GTX 1050 mining, and it was just barely enough to pay the credit card. That's how bad it got on Bitcoin. And so when I finally found a job, I said enough is enough. I'm done mining these coins and just not enjoying myself as much as I wanted. I really wanted to play games, to produce more videos, and with my computer being hampered to the core on Bitcoin mining, I was just seriously not having a good time at all. I would have to stop mining, and the hours that I would spend filming and editing, I just wouldn't make any money because the computer wasn't mining Bitcoin. Yeah, I could actually record while I was mining Bitcoin, but once I would edit the video, I'd have to stop mining, and for about 3 hours I wouldn't make any money. And every single hour counts when the coin is was being worth as much as it was back at that time. So when I finally found a job, I said enough is enough. So I sold the GTX 1050, which, by the way, I haven't even finished paying. And then with the money, I got a 50cc moped. And now the moped is enough to drive me around. It just needs work. And it could possibly be a subsequent video on the channel. I'm just waiting for parts to arrive so I can put it together better than what it is right now. And then I'll certainly make a video about it to show you the 50cc moped and how it works and how I went about on fixing it and installing all the parts. Just give me some 2 weeks for all the parts to arrive. I'll put it together and I'll make a video about it. And the thing about this moped is that it has no brakes. So the only way I can brake is either by shoving my feet on the clutch or by using the engine brake. Neither of which is a good option, but it kind of suits me enough to drive around town. And so as much of a convenience that it is having your own cheap transport, like a 50cc moped does what, like 70 miles a gallon, or about 30 to 25 kilometers per liter. It's pretty darn economic. Mine, the engine was rebuilt, so until I can break into the motor, it's going to make less than it should, and I can totally see that already, only having it for 2 weeks now, that because the engine is brand new, the engine was redone, it is in fact using more more gas than it normally does for a 50cc moped. It struggles a bit on uphills, but it's enough. I'll get into more details on the 50cc moped once all the parts are here and I got it put together. But right now, as I said, I'm really struggling to find time and interesting content to record videos about. So in the meantime, you know, just don't expect anything. As I said, because of YouTube's change in policy, I got kicked out of the YouTube partner program, so the like $7 I was making a month off of this channel are no longer. So I'm making this purely as a hobby, and I do not plan on creating a Patreon, first because there isn't enough people to do that, and second because I got so sick, because I wanted so badly a piano, I got so sick of asking people to help me that I simply do not ask for help anymore. I just don't. For me, it's just a waste of my time. I prefer to conquer my stuff on my own instead of asking for help, because I know that asking for help is not going to get me anywhere. And that's basically resuming everything. I got a job, I'm struggling to find content to record, and I got kicked out of the YouTube partner program, so I'm not getting any money off of this channel anymore. Well, that was the episode. That's it for the first episode of Hangout Chat, and hopefully I'll see you guys soon. I do not know what video I will release first. I really wanted to get into DOS gaming. I never really got into DOS gaming because it's a bit complicated, like downloading games off the web and making them work properly on DOS. I would really like if we had like a thrift store in Brazil that you could, you know, source these old games, but many of these old games never got imported into Brazil, so it's basically impossible to get them here for cheap. And so, like, building a proper DOS computer is something that I might do, but there's a big possibility that it won't happen, so it's a bunch of ideas that are on draft stage right now as to whether I will make a video about them or not. But once again, that's it for the first episode of Hangout Chat, and I hope to see you guys soon. Take care.